One pack of $7 paper, some stamps you probably already had, and a hole punch. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. Okay, we are back. The Hobonichi girlies have been sharing the Hobonichi purchases they made a few days ago and the prices. Tariffs are a thing. Shipping is a thing. The Hobonichis are not cheap. Okay, and apparently they're selling out really quickly. A lot of people, I have seen some people who have said they're deciding not to purchase any Hobonichi this year because of the cost, but there's still a lot of them selling out. Okay, and the one that I want, it's dropping in a month. I'm gonna be there. I might be fighting in the checkout line, the online checkout line, but I'm gonna be there. Okay, I want my Hobonichi for 2026, but it's gonna run me some money. Okay, it's not gonna be a cheap planner. And because of that, for the year 2026, I am not going to be purchasing any dated inserts to go in my rings planner. I've been a pocket rings girly this year. I've been in the pocket size pretty much all year. I got my plotter earlier this year. I got this chunky guy earlier this year. And I also picked up this original Filofax because it was like right in the middle between my plotter and my chunky one. I've been really loving this size to carry around with me for planning, on the go to-do lists, and I've been playing around with a lot of different inserts. I picked up inserts from Temu, inserts on Amazon. I've been using plotter inserts and dated plotter inserts. I picked up some Knox inserts as well. All of these are the A7 pocket ring size. These are what my dated plotter inserts look like. Really cute, Tomoe River paper. They're a little more cream than I would prefer, but I've been using them all year and I've enjoyed them. However, stationery costs add up. And if I really wanted to, I could make this. And so that's gonna be my plan for 2026. Because I'm still going to be in my Wonderland 222, and I'm really excited to try the horizontal layout next year. So I already pre-ordered my B6. I'm going with same size, but I'm going to do less undated journaling pages, and I'm switching my layout, but I'm sticking with my Wonderland 222. And I'm still planning on getting my Chopper Hobonichi A6, the home. So for 2025, I have A5 and A7 dated rings inserts. I'm still gonna use my rings planners that I've already purchased, but I'm not gonna purchase any new inserts, pre-punched, pre-dated, pre-lined in these two sizes for 2026. That's gonna be my way to like cut down on stationery expenses because I really gotta chill. I really gotta chill, okay? So this is what I'm gonna be doing for 2026 to save money, still be in my rings planners as well as my bookbound planners, but save money on certain areas in stationery. So I'm gonna show you what I have found that has been really fun for me with like making my own pocket rings inserts, because I've been doing that. I'm getting really good at it. I picked up on a couple things and I think I can really get away with not purchasing dated inserts for 2026. I think I can do it and still have like functional rings whenever I want to use them and still be able to rely on my bookbound planner when I'm not using them. Let me show you what you need. This is what I'm going to be doing for 2026, okay? After buying all of these, right, what I realized was that there were certain sizes of paper where I could make my own A7 size, right? This has really been a game changer for me. Let me show you. I just have these packets because this happens to be my favorite paper, but there are a lot of different companies that sell B5 size loose leaf paper. Kokio sells it. Muji has a bunch. I just have this brand because this is my favorite paper. Did you know that if you pick up a pack of B5 loose leaf paper, all you have to do is cut it in fours and it fits perfectly in your pocket rings? Did you know? So I'm going to show you how I'm going to be making my inserts next year. Because with very minimal paper waste, all you have to do is trim off the holes and then cut it in 4s, and you have perfectly sized A7 inserts to go in any of your pocket rings. And I really just feel like I really found a gem here, okay? Because I paid $7 for this pack of paper, right? 100 sheets for $7. But I paid for it going in knowing that I was gonna turn these sheets into pocket ring size, which means I now have 400 sheets for $7. That's a steal. There's a lot of ways to like work around the system and still be able to have fun in like all of your stationery without having to, because I'm still going to use this. But I'm not going to purchase dated inserts for 2026 because it's just too much. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I've named three companies where you can buy literally this and then multiply whatever the sheets, multiply that by 4. That's gonna save you a lot of money. Okay, I bought this in multiple colors. I have it in blank lined colored paper. I have it in another color, pastel colored grid paper, and I have regular grid paper. Okay, all of these packets were under $10, and I can multiply this number by 4. I'll never run out of inserts. Also, if you have a Daiso near you, this is a Kokio notebook, and this is a Daiso brand notebook. As long as that notebook says B5, let me say something. You see these? I've been cutting this paper out and then dividing it into quarters, punching holes, and I can turn these pages into perfectly sized inserts to go in my pocket, all of my pocket rings planners. This way you can still have your favorite paper that you like and just make your own inserts. And then you can spend your money on like other stuff, you know? Now, you can also do this with other sizes, but B5 is the size where you have minimal paper waste because it divides exactly into the size of the inserts. You don't have to like trim anything. Oh, this is another one. The small size colored paper. These guys are half of the B5 size, and you can literally just fold it in half and punch holes in it, and now it's an insert. I love finding the hacks where I don't have to waste paper. The measurements on this is 125 by 175 millimeters. So look for that 175 millimeters, and you know you're golden for making pocket size A7 size inserts. Look at that. This little packet is like $2. There's 40 sheets in here. That's gonna be 80 sheets if you wanted to do colored inserts for your pocket rings. I can do another one for personal rings, but that's a little more complicated. But this fits perfectly. Another hack I found, Kokio also sells business paper, like really big packs of, I guess, printer paper. So like this sheet right here, this is normal size, I believe 8x11 printer paper. This here, this size is the Kokio business paper, right? So I was playing around with this, measuring, and it turns out that if you fold this Kokio business paper over this way, it's the perfect size for A7 rings. It's a perfect fit when you cut it in half. The fun part about this paper is that you could cut it in half this way and then 1, 2, 3. So you have 4 inserts on this side, 4 inserts on this side, right? So one piece of this Kokio business paper could make you 8 A7 size inserts, or you could just cut it the long way like this, punch holes on one side, and keep the whole piece together, but fold it up so that it turns into an accordion insert. This is so fun to me. Don't ask me why I love these so much, but an extendo page is gonna give me every time. So you can do stamps on each, like, this is so much fun. I love doing this. This is actually really soothing too. Like on a stressful day, I'll just sit here and like cut up paper and make inserts. It's so relaxing for me. I don't know why, but it's just a joy to like make these. Let alone like using them is a whole different thing. But just sitting here with my little paper cutter and like, I really enjoy this. I don't know. It's so fun. And then also, if you mess up the holes or if you want to reinforce them, this is just washi tape that I put on both sides of the paper and then punched it. Because this way, you know, especially if you're making one that you're going to like pull on, this way like the holes are reinforced and you don't have to buy those. Because they sell those hole reinforcement stickers, but that seems kind of tedious. I just put a strip of washi on one or both sides, and then I use my my hole puncher. I put it to the mini 6 setting in here, the pocket setting, and then I just punch the whole thing. I have a bunch of these in my this is so fun to me. So far I've made inserts out of multiple types of Daiso paper, Kokio business paper, Kokio notebook paper. B5 is a perfect split into 4 A7 insert sizes. And then my favorite paper is the Maruman paper. These can also be cut to fit a personal size. The personal size rings fit the short way, but it's not a perfect divide the way it is for a pocket size. Unless you were doing like a slim, maybe. I haven't figured out a way to make it so that I don't have an extra little strip of paper yet. I'm still working on perfecting my hacks for my personal inserts, but I have the ones for the pocket down. The Maruman mini size also fits in your pocket rings. These are supposed to go in their mini binder like this way. But if you turn it this way and just cut the holes off, punch it on this side, then it fits perfectly in here. So you can use these mini inserts for the landscape binders and your pocket rings as well. And I really love that. Let me show you how I make an insert. I'm gonna use this paper because it's my fave. So we got our trusty paper cutter right here. I line it up like this. I go as close to the edge of the holes as possible because I want to keep as much paper as possible. Trim, boom. So now this is all the paper waste we're gonna have for this one sheet because we're using the whole page for our inserts. Now, all we have to do, you can fold it either way to start. Just line up your edges, pull it across, right? We're gonna cut it in half. Okay. Fold it again. Mark your halfway point. Cut it again, okay? See how they're all exactly the same size? Now we get our hole punch. Make sure it's on the mini pocket size. I like to do 2 at a time. We're gonna line up our holes. Let's do the other 2. Okay, and just to prove to you that they fit perfectly, I'm gonna open up my pocket Filofax rings. These are the 4 inserts that we just made out of 1 piece of B5 paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the rings. Perfect fit. They don't stick out more than any of the other. They're not all the same size because I've been making my own inserts and mixing it with the purchased ones. So that's why this edge is not flush. But none of them are sticking out. You can't even tell where I put them. These are the inserts. They're just a teensy bit wider than the plotter ones. See that edge? That's like maybe 2 millimeters of difference in size. They fit in there like a dream, okay? Let me put one in the plotter for the plotter people. Also fits in the plotter. Look at that. Now we're gonna customize them. Because yes, I could just leave them plain, but where's the fun in that? I picked up these little acrylic blocks and you put little stamps on here to like customize your inserts to your liking. So I'm gonna do a to-do list and I'm gonna do a weekly spread. I'm gonna do both. So I'm gonna add the date on there. Gonna add a to-do list. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Let me do that. I'll make that green. put a little box up here for important notes for the month. Okay. Here's my encouragement bear. Down there in the corner. Okay, and this is just like me messing around. Yeah, I have a lot of options here stamps wise, but this is what I'm going to be doing for 2026, right? Like, obviously I can go in and stamp the days. Oh, let me do that on the other side. I could go in and like do lines across if I wanted to. It just goes to show how easy it is to kind of replicate something for a little bit cheaper. Whenever I want to jump into my rings, but still have like some, I got ink all over myself. Have some like day-to-day organization. And the cool thing about this is I don't even know what day that is. You can just start any day of the week that you want. So you don't have to miss any days if you hop out and hop back in, you know? And you can add tabbies on the pages that are important. I think this is a good idea. I really like these, but I can make them at home. If I'll be honest, I'm not super fond of this font. So I'm probably going to pay attention next time I buy a date stamp. I'm going to pay attention to what the letters look like, because this is not, it's okay. The plotter font, this is a lot cuter than this. But that's like nitpicking, you know? It's functional. It's just not as aesthetic as the professional ones. But I don't know. I think it's a good idea. What do you think? And these are really good for like being dividers. You can put sticky notes on these. I don't know. I feel like if you get paper that you like in a B5 size or that 175, I feel like you have a lot of options. They also have like weekly cleaning schedule, month at a glance. You can make your own calendar. This is the third calendar option. Looking for stamps that have a layout that you typically would go for in a printed planner can actually really help. Oh, look at this little one. This little one is so cute. Let me use this. Like a little mini week tracker in there. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you could do with some stamps. If you're thinking on cutting back for 2026 and you like a pocket rings, but you also want to buy some other stuff for next year, all you need is one pack of B5 paper, because you multiply the amount of sheets by 4. Even if you're doing daily spreads, you still have enough inserts for the entire year, and you can make them whenever you want, and you can make them whatever you want, and they'll fit in all of your pocket size binders if you have multiples. One pack of $7 paper, some stamps you probably already had, and a hole punch. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. And I just happen to like this paper, so I have a lot of it. Let me know if you want me to make a video about how I made my personal ring size. That was a little more challenging, but the B5 size for the pocket rings is perfection. No excess paper and no trimming needed. It just fits. You could round the corners if you wanted. Like if you see the plotter planner inserts have rounded corners, which is really nice. And they have some text variation that would be harder to achieve with a general stamp like this. Look closely at the stamps. If you don't like the font, that could kind of ruin the experience for you, or you could just draw it yourself. I think I'm gonna do this for next year because I really want to buy a Hobonichi, and that's it's not gonna be cheap. So I have to let go of something, and I think I'm gonna let go of the dated inserts. I really like them, but I don't know. I feel like I could make, if I keep practicing, I could make an outline or a layout that I really like. This line paper is this paper. So I have grid paper over here for my week's layout and then extra note paper. And then I can, you can like switch up your layout each week depending on what you need that week. And you could draw it out all by yourself, but if you get the right stamps, you could just stamp it and go. And because it's an easy trim, it's not time consuming to like make your own inserts, because you don't have to like shape the paper. You just have to divide the paper. And you can do it mindlessly while you're listening to a podcast or watching a TV show. And one page is 4 sheets. So if you're doing a week's layout, one page of this will last you a month. I don't know. I think I might have cracked the code on this one. This is a good idea. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to practice my layout some more. And I think this is going to help me avoid feeling like I need to buy dated inserts for 2026, because the stationery is getting a little pricey, Let me know what you think.